If you want to feel more connected to humanity and a little less alone, listen to Beautiful Anonymous. Each week, I take a phone call from one random anonymous human being. There's over 400 episodes in our back catalog. You get to feel connected to all these different people all over the world. Recent episodes include one where a lady survived a murder attempt by her own son. But then the week before that, we just talked about Star Trek. It can be anything. It's unpredictable. It's raw. It's real. Get Beautiful Anonymous wherever you listen to podcasts.
How are you guys doing tonight? What a beautiful crowd. What the hell? What the hell? Sold out. Oops, sorry, I dropped that. Wow, thank you so much for coming out. This is gonna be a beautiful night. Stunning. What is that sound? It's the AC. Okay, a little jittery. Love being in Chicago. We are really excited to do these shows. We've only done LA and New York. Boring. So, yeah. Coastal elites. Right. And we do just want to say, yes, we did make real tree shirts for coming to the Midwest. And that is code switching. Exactly. So we know our audience. Okay? Yeah. We know our audience really well. Yeah. Have you been to Chicago before? Yes. Okay. This is my third or fourth time coming to the city. Cool. But I feel like this trip has been so special because I've been getting kind of like a better sense of the city and what it's about, which has been amazing. Yeah. I love it here. I love Chicago. Y'all have like special hot dogs. I love a regional hot dog. I love a regional hot dog. I also like love a place where people are like very serious about being from there. And then I also love like kind of ghetto white people. And y'all have both of those. And so that's really exciting. But yeah, on a serious note, like on this trip, Ali and I have been like shocked by just like how nice people are. Yes. Like, oh my God. Like it's been amazing. Like I love just the vibe of like, hi, how are you? Yes. And like you get like following it up with like actually wanting to know. Yes. Like in our hotel, I got into the elevator and the guy also in there was like, did you have breakfast? And I was like, yeah. And then he was like, what did you have? In a way that was like not weird. Like I was just like, oh, well, I had cherry. Like, and now I find myself being more open. You forgot the most important part, which is he was like, hey, buddy. And it's like, I fucking love that. Hey, buddy. Yeah, that was huge. Huge for me. Yeah. Amazing. I love it. You're thinking about moving here, honest. I'm literally thinking about moving here. They've already like texted their roommate like we should move to Chicago. Like they're not joking. They love it here. But I do live in New Haven, Connecticut, so it doesn't take much. Like it doesn't. The bar's pretty low, but no, I fucking love it here. It's great. What about you? This is like you've been here a couple times before. Yeah, I've been here a lot. I grew up coming here. Okay. Yeah, cool. And I just really love Chicago. I have a lot of friends living nearby here, so. And we were like, oh, you can come to the show. And they were like, it's a 4-hour drive. So, we'll be back. We'll be back and we'll be moving around a little bit more. Yeah. I also finally understand, like, it's like, how is everybody from a suburb of Chicago? And, like, we're staying out by the airport. And so, like, for the first time I understand, like, oh, it's all like it's all suburb. It's all suburb. It's all suburb. But like I don't really understand suburbs. Like I've never been there. So like when we were like at our hotel, I was like texting Ali. I was like, Ali, I'm like really scared right now. Like there's like I don't know what this is or where we are. And then I was like, the sticks. I was like, okay. And I was like, we're 5 minutes from the airport. So. I was like, oh, this is literally the suburb. So I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot on this trip.
That's beautiful. Well, this is really exciting for us because we are working right now on season 3 of the podcast. And you know what? I'm just gonna sit down.
Why are we standing?
Casual.
Let's sit.
Let's get casual. So far, season 3 has been so fun, and we're trying this new thing where we kind of pick arcs where like multiple episodes will kind of touch on a similar thing, and it's just things that we're interested in. Like I don't know. It kind of feels like the news and the powers in the world feel kind of like extra keyed up right now. So, Babette, I know you're thinking about moving to the woods.
Okay. My interest is clearly the least exciting one out of the two, but yes, Allie's having a fucking baby.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Allie's having a baby.
I am gonna do the hard work of being next to my partner while she gives birth. I know. Thank you.
Allie's having a baby, and meanwhile, like, I'm considering like fleeing to the woods and trying to figure out how to survive out there.
Yeah.
Because like things are just getting really scary.
Yeah.
But I think it's beautiful because like we kind of represent like the two genders of like queer young people. Hear me out. It's the two genders. It's like happily married with a baby on the way. Single and feral with a gay little dog.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And like those are the two.
I finally agree. There are only two genders.
There's literally two. That's it.
Yeah. It is very selfish to use this project the way that I have this season, but we talk to a lot of queer parents. We talk to trans people who've gone off hormones just long enough to conceive, hopped right back on. It worked out great. Their baby was adorable. What else have we done? I mean, we literally talked to someone who took like a survivalist like intensive.
Yes.
In like, well, I feel like it sounded like Survivor to me, and I didn't want to like belittle it, but it was like we learned how to fish and make a fire with coconut husks, and I was like, I know what that. You know, I know another place you could do that and maybe make $1 million.
Right, for free. Yeah, no, this season's been great because I think like we're getting very pragmatic in some senses. Like, you know, like interviewing parents about like, or queer parents about what it's like to have a kid, the survivalist stuff. Like the biggest takeaway that this person said, it's like, you can just carry a lighter.
Oh yeah.
Like Like they learned how to make fire for like 10 days, and like the coach was just like, you know, like just carry a lighter.
Yeah.
And you'll be like in a pretty good position.
Paying for this.
Yeah.
And the person takes days to teach you how to like swizzle a stick to make a fire. In the end, it was like, and you should just carry a lighter.
And you should just carry a lighter.
So we saved you that much money.
Exactly.
If you listen to the episode.
You're welcome. But we also interview like a anti-capitalist financial planner, which was like so amazing and just like so it was healing. It was like so really cool. Fucking healing.
Babette, I know you're about to tell this.
I'm not gonna.
I'm just gonna tell it.
I wasn't gonna tell it.
Sometimes something comes out of your mouth that you weren't quite aware. But this person is talking so eloquently about financial planning. It's like really cool info. And I interrupt them to go, oh, so you're a genius.
It was beautiful.
And I keep getting dunked on.
No, I wasn't. Well, I wasn't going to say
it. No, but they're like, seriously, they were talking about like, oh, you should have an emergency fund to cover expenses. And I was like, totally, I've heard about this. And they were like, and you should have a second one for a full stranger who needs something. And
yeah.
Oh, like, oh, so we're going that far.
No, it was beautiful.
It was really
It was beautiful. Yeah, I feel like another thing I love about this show is like the perspective we bring like across the like Gen Z millennial divide.
Totally. Yeah,
and
we are like 9 years apart.
Yeah.
Which one's which?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like I don't know, do you have any moments where you really feel like our age difference, like, oh, Babette is just like so painfully Gen Z or something?
Imagine I'm just like,
wow, let's get started. Yeah.
I do feel like, okay, so we interviewed Charlotte.
Yes, Charlotte McDonald.
Who was, a really fun episode. She's amazing. But I was like, I didn't necessarily watch this person's videos,
Right.
but the idea of someone transitioning after being very publicly on YouTube, I was like, I get that.
Right. Right.
Boy, do I get that. Just being kind of like, now my hair's a little shorter. And then there's like one
Just a
giant
little.
leap, and you're like, okay.
Just a little.
Yeah. But for her, she's like, a little longer. But you were starstruck.
Yes.
So I was like, oh,
I
maybe this is
grew up
generational.
on Charlotte McDonald. I grew up. Anybody in the audience relate? I grew
Yeah.
up on her. Her videos like just were like amazing,
That's
and it was like
so
I was such a like YouTube kid. Like
I know, but
growing
so
up.
was I. So I'm like,
I'm
what
like,
was
what
I
did you miss?
watching?
What did you miss?
Oh, wow. So yeah, probably stuff like that. Like
Okay.
I was just like, oh, I missed that, but
Yeah.
I might just be a little bit older than the two of you.
Right. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. What about you? Do I ever seem old as fuck?
I think it's quite literally the exact same thing where like we'll be interviewing a guest who's like around your age or something, and like they'll talk or something. Sorry, that was so bitchy. Whoa, that was so bitchy. That's crazy. We'll interview a guest who's close.
You were
to
like
your age.
when we interviewed Feinstein.
That was crazy. When we interview someone and like you guys will just like bond over like a cultural relic or like a movie or something.
No,
And I'll just be
totally,
like,
totally.
yeah, I love that movie. Yeah, I love that movie so
Totally.
much
A very
too.
specific like toy at Burger King or
Yeah,
something.
I'm
You're like, I don't know.
What the fuck is that? Like,
That
what
Jar
is
Jar
that?
Binks candy where the lollipop is Jar Jar Binks' tongue. Yes, sure. We all remember that, right?
Yeah. But I think if anything with our age difference, like gonna get sentimental for a second. Everyone, I'm gonna get earnest. Everyone get ready. I feel like with our age difference, I mostly just like look up to you, like in terms of like Allie, you've been like doing this, like you're like for most of your career, like this live show stuff. And it's like, sometimes I'm like sitting at these shows and I'm just kind of like in awe of like you and like what you do. And it's like,
oh my God,
yeah, no,
thank
for
you.
real. Cause like for me, like, you know, I'm not a super like live performance person. I'm like a radio producer, like, and so I like to be like at home in the dark with like my headphones on.
Yeah.
And so like these live shows are so fun, but I also get like super nervous. But
Yeah.
they've been getting easier and easier, which is really nice.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
I like, found my sweet spot, especially like with this show. But it's also been like incredibly helpful to like have like a mantra that I kind of like say to myself like
Yeah.
before. which
What's
is
the
really nice.
mantra?
Well, hold on. Just 1 second. Okay. My coochie is not sweating. It's not. It's not. It's dry. It's really dry. Yeah. I am not nervous. I am calm. I do not need beta blockers.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
No, it is. Could we maybe get like, I'm gonna have like a Jacob Collier moment, you know, when he's like, if we could get over there to say like my coochie is not sweating,
Great.
and then like I am like not nervous, I am calm, and then like I do not need beta blockers. Okay, just like a grounding moment of like, isn't this improv?
Yeah.
This is improv, right?
This is improv.
Okay, great.
You're doing
Great.
improv.
I'm doing improv. I'm doing improv right now. Thank you. Okay, ready? Exactly, it's not. Yes. Yes, no,
Wow,
you don't. Yes. Oh, I wish there was like an air horn sound right now. Like,
Oh, don't worry. The AC can turn back on.
oh my God.
I think it's time to bring our guests
Absolutely.
up. Is that wild?
Yes.
I don't know how this happened, but we have such an amazing lineup tonight. We are so grateful to have them here. Please, let's get our guests up on the stage. Woo!
Yes.
Welcome, Stephanie and Irregular Girl.
Yes.
Hi. Hey.
How's it going? Sounded fun in here. Can't hear much, but I heard a lot of laughing.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
okay.
We kind of keep you on the other side of the door. I don't really know
It feels
why.
like a soundproof room in like a game show when like, you know.
It's like it's a game show. Well, that brings us to our first round. Welcome. Thank you so much for doing the show.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Two absolute legends.
Okay, wake it up. Wake it up.
Yes.
Would you please just introduce yourself for those of you out there who may not know? Like name, pronouns, what you do, what you like to do.
Okay, hi, gay people. My name is Irregular Girl. I am a Chicago-based drag entertainer, co-host of Strapped, which is yes. We are a gorgeous lesbian party that has been running for 4 years. We are in our 4th year of programming, and I'm very happy to be hosting that with my friend Seashell. I'm also the co-conspirator of Super Sapphic, which is wake it up. Yes, wake it up. It is a 2-floor lesbian circuit party. Get into it.
Whoa.
I'm gonna see something out there. Yeah, girl.
Wow.
What else?
You got me there.
Right. What else? I am a Sunny Angel collector.
Yes.
I'm getting into the boo-boos. So if anybody, right, we love her. I love this little bitch. Not to pander, I love D&D. I'm a big D&D nerd.
Yes.
I actually just started a campaign. My friend is DMing a campaign that it's like an all trans girl party. And I'm like, you kind of chose like professional players for this one. Oh no, the best of the best. So yeah, that's me.
Oh, welcome. Thank you so much.
Oh, and I'm also like, sorry, this feels important to say. I'm 5 weeks out of FFS, and this has been a very interesting chapter in my life, and I'm feeling very vulnerable on stage right now, but I'm very happy to be in a room. Thank you. I know. Trust. Thank you. Thank you. But this was really hard, and I'm feeling very happy to be in a room of queer and transsexual people.
Yes.
I'm just feeling very held.
Oh,
And if I get scared, I have my little boo-boo. So there you go.
Yes.
Welcome.
Amazing.
Welcome.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mari, but some of you may know me as Stephanie. Right. I'm also a Chicago drag entertainer, and I have the dual transsexual job of barista. I'm the producer of a show called Ran Through, if y'all...
Yes.
That's a fierce little venture that I got going on. And and I'm moving in like a week, so fierce.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. Thank you for doing the show.
You're welcome.
It means a lot. It really does.
Wow. Thank you for taking the time to be here during these big life
truly.
moments, life transitions, you know? That's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah. Okay, let's get really serious for a second.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting into gender. It's really serious. Which gender are you?
What the heck?
Yeah.
Today?
We have
Right.
We have some forms for you to fill out. It's going to be really fun.
Exactly. Happily married with a baby on the way, or single and feral with a gay little dog? I wasn't just gonna ask what gender are you. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy.
You let it hang in the room. It was a 5th character on stage.
I feel like I'm a little non-binary when it comes to that.
Wow.
I found that at least for the past few years, I have been like single, gay, feral.
Mm-hmm.
But recently I've fell in love pretty deeply, and it's fierce. And and yeah, so like I feel like I'm like sort of waiting in between the two a little bit.
Oh, wow.
You know,
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
transsexual open relationship, very stereotypical.
We love
Yes.
that. We love it.
Pop.
Preach.
It's a good question. I honestly feel like my experience of my own gender continues to kind of shift. I feel like when I started my transition, I was very cemented to the idea of what femininity was and what it could and should, look like. So I presented in one way, and it was through doing drag, meeting other trans people, being community with other trans women, being community with he, him lesbians that like kind of made me, I don't know, like really begin to identify with like butchness and with an experience of masculinity that and femininity that I was comfortable with. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I've been gravitating. My experience of my own gender has, I mean, because I use she and he pronouns, my experience of my gender has kind of always been something that is in flux and something that I'm trying to now, I think, less understand and more just kind of experience and be at peace with.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's
wake it up.
such a beautiful, real answer
Such a
to the
stunning
question.
answer.
But yeah, single and feral. Single and
Yeah. No,
Like, girl, I know you,
no,
girl.
get us there.
I know you.
Get us there.
There's one answer here.
Wow.
Oh my
okay.
God. Monty, if you want to give your like real answer, you also can.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait.
no pressure.
Yeah,
also.
I actually would like to know, what is your current like gender embodiment? How does that feel for you? And how did you get there? And maybe even more specifically, like steps that it took you to kind of like get to a place where you feel comfortable in yourself.
Yeah, for sure. I for a while I was giving like bearded girl lady bear. Okay. And she was very fierce.
Yes.
I loved her. Fully on estrogen. My beard was so swole. You could run your fingers through it. Wind would blow it. It was lovely. But I don't know, this year in particular, I think the new year happened and I was just thinking about it and I was like, I'm not vibing with it anymore. It doesn't feel like it's serving me the way that it used to. And so yeah, recently, you know, we've gone no facial hair. I've started laser hair removal.
Oh, you're brave.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Very fierce. And yeah. So like I kind of like was living in like a sort of gender fluid sort of vibe. And yeah, now I'm like getting more into the pussification of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Love.
And I mean, I shaved today. Like, I shaved my armpits for the first time in like 2 years.
I did that last week for the first time.
Wow.
Like something is shifting.
Something's in the air.
I was joking the other day. I was like, I'm really feeling like my, like, you know, like my trans girl oats, like my femme oats. I'm like, gender roles. Like, is this a recession indicator? Like, I don't know. Like.
No, I feel that so hard. It's like I need a man who builds and brings money home.
And you're like, why am I feeling this way? The news in the background is like, market crash today. Like, I just want a solid man who builds. I don't know. Can dig a well? I don't know. We got tattoos yesterday from our from Owen, who might be here tonight.
Yes. Hi, Owen.
But anyway, he shaved my leg for the tattoo, and I just keep looking at this one patch of my leg that is like hairless and smooth, and I'm
It's
like,
kind of stunning.
it's been a while.
It was kind of beautiful. I
It's
saw
dolphin light.
No, for sure. I was gonna say it feels like a little beluga whale. I love
Yes.
it. Soft, like a
I
little
might
egg.
just, and without letting anyone know, like even my partner, I'll be like pants on, but underneath, I'll know that I'm so smooth.
Wow, that's kind of beautiful. Oh, that's kind of beautiful.
I love a secret. After coming out, you don't have those anymore, and you grew to love it.
Okay, Scorpio rising.
It's Scorpio moon. Okay.
Oops, my bad.
Okay.
So you guys are both incredible performers. I guess I'm wondering, well, another important part is like you guys are in a drag family, which is like we found out backstage and I almost started crying
Yeah,
because
truly.
we didn't do that intentionally, but we just found out like backstage, which is amazing. How did you both get into drag and being drag performers?
My experience of getting into drag is like very intimately tied with my transition. You know, like I started doing drag when I was doing a semester abroad program in New York. Because listen, okay,
Obsessed.
listen,
I'm obsessed.
listen. I was doing a semester away program in New York, and I would go out and I would notice the drag queens would get free drinks, and I was like, okay, well, I'm 21. I'm broke as fuck. I live in New York and I live in Queens and I want free drink.
Right.
So I started going out in drag and it, got me attention. And I started to kind of like, feel a little differently, right? It was a wonderful space, I think, to fuck with drag, to fuck with gender, to be bad at both, and to really just kind of experiment. And I could take the drag off and not worry about it feeling good or it feeling validating. I could just be like, that was me going out, whatever. And I don't have to think very deeply about it, right? So I think it was really through that kind of understanding it as play and its experimentation that I was able to kind of just find myself in it. Yeah. I think obviously it means so much more to me now than free drinks. But hopefully, right? But it was a really interesting beginning for me, for sure.
Wow.
I love that.
I think my first time in drag was actually, I was in 7th grade, and me and my friend filmed a video where we put pillows in our shirts and belts underneath them, and we did ultimate boob fighting. The footage does not exist anymore, sadly. But yeah, that was my first time in drag, I think.
Wow.
And I had a great time. I was living. But as of like recently and like really getting into like a drag scene and like really performing like out in the real world, it's always been sort of like a form of like manifestation, especially in the beginning, right? Like putting on the makeup, like dressing a certain way. It was like my window into like what I could see later down the road. And yeah. It was just like very, it was very formative for me and like for my personal transition. Yeah.
I'm curious. So I have a lot of friends who, before coming out as trans, it's like there's Halloween, there's Pride, there's joke videos. There's so many opportunities to dress up in a funny way. And you're just like relishing the moment that people are putting makeup on you. But like, how did that feel for each of you? Was it like, were you able to take that in as like a full reality, like a desire, or were you kind of keeping it like at bay and being like, this is a fun thing? I mean, obviously 7 ultimate boob fight. Maybe you weren't like letting that sink in, but later on.
Let that sink in. Yeah, what was the question?
I think sometimes those experiences can be like exhilarating, but you're almost like fully dissociated during them and you're not like in touch with the fact that that's a real desire that you have. Was that your experience, or was it a little bit more like immediately like, this is something that I want?
I definitely knew personally that it was definitely something that I wanted. I was very scared to let people know. And like, I remember I was with my roommate at the time, and I was doing any pronouns with respect.
We love.
And I was just talking to him and I said, like, what if I was like a bit like more, and I didn't say it. I didn't say trans. I didn't say anything. Like, just what if I was a bit more, And he went, what?
Whoa.
And I went like, you'll get it. And then about a week later, I came out online to everybody of like back when I had a Facebook, that relic.
Wow. That relic.
And it was very like extremely internal, and I just wanted to get it out all at once.
Wow.
Yeah.
Love that. Pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
I think it took meeting my trans mom, Eva. She is one who's been really instrumental to helping me survive this FFS journey, which has been so hard. Helped me survive my top surgery journey. She's the person who kind of just like told me like, so you're kind of really serving, and I feel like I see you're kind of really fierce, and I feel like I see something in you, bitch. So what is the tea?
Yeah.
And kind of really made me interrogate, like, there is something deeper here for me, and even if it might not be apparent to me, it's certainly apparent to other people, and it really took just that one person to be like, oh, maybe this is an option for me, you know?
Totally.
Yeah. But I feel like the signs have always been there.
Really?
Yeah. My cousin recently told me a story of, we were like, all of my cousins were together at like some cookout or something, and then we're going to like a second location. My dad's like, okay, boys get into this car, girls get into this car. Why are we doing it like that?
Yeah,
anyway,
classic.
right. And then apparently they couldn't find me. They couldn't find Regina. Like, where's Regina? Blah, blah, blah. And then like I poke my head out of the car window and I go, I'm a woman now. And I'm like, girl, if it was not apparent at the time at 7 years old, you know what I'm saying?
Totally. They're like, kids say the darndest thing. Yeah, totally.
Doesn't get more clear than that.
Yeah, totally.
Could you tell me about how you came up with your drag names?
Ooh.
I actually went through 5 different drag names. The first one was Magenta Foliage. Which it was like an inside joke between a friend and me. And then I went to Annie Christ.
Wow. I love that. I love
and
that
like
one.
I have like a Christian school upbringing, so like I was thinking like, oh, I'm gonna relate it to that, and it's gonna like be so cool, and it totally wasn't. In between, I was named Mix Hoey.
I love Mix Hoey. I love the Mix Hoey era. That was fierce.
That was fierce. That was fun. And then during lockdown, I had become for a second Ma Swamp.
I love all of these.
Wait, me
I love
too.
every single one of these.
Wow.
But once I was Ma Swamp for a little bit, I realized like, when people hear that name, it kind of gives like that I'm always gonna be campy, or I'm always gonna be funny, or like dirty, or like all of that. And I'm like, I'm too pretty for that name. And then I thought, like, for Stephanie in particular, was what is the most popular girl from middle school's name?
Oh my
And so
god.
I created like a list of like Mackenzie, Rebecca, Tiffany, like all of these names. And then I arrived at Stephanie, and like Stephanie didn't have like a strong connection to anyone personally in my middle school, but it still felt like vague enough that it could be anybody. It felt like when it was like going to be announced on the mic that like the audience wouldn't know what was going to happen, which I liked the sort of element of surprise.
Right.
And yeah, most popular girl in middle school.
That's
Yes.
incredible.
There's like some popular girl in middle school names that still like strike fear in my heart.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
totally.
Like Caitlyn.
They're like, hey, Caitlin's passing out invites right now.
Exactly.
And none of us are getting one.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
none of us are getting one. Yeah.
No.
I love that there's an alternate universe in which your drag name is Mackenzie. That is so fierce.
Mackenzie was too close. That was my actual popular girl in middle
Got
school.
it.
Yeah,
We
too
needed
real. It's too real.
Too close.
distance, yes.
I feel like we've touched on this a little bit, but I'm really curious in doing drag and also being trans femme. What is there like a line there for you? Does any of it feel kind of like it like steps on something for you, or do you feel like you have to carve out space for yourself, or kind of like let people know that you're trans?
In Chicago in particular, it feels historic. Like Miss Continental happens here, which is like this top drag pageant that is mostly featuring trans women. And yeah, like I don't think drag would be good without trans women.
I agree.
Totally.
Wake it up.
Right.
It'd just be a bunch of gay guys in wigs. Ugh!
Yeah, incredible.
Gay guys in wigs.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, yeah, definitely. In Chicago, it is such a, like, I feel like there's very few shows that I'll be a part of now where, like, the cast isn't majority trans, or, you know, which I think is fab and kind of the drag that I want to be doing and involved with, you know? Yeah, if anything, I feel like it's through Irregular Girl that which my first drag name was Mason Jar. You guys. I think we gotta kind of give her a little. I don't know. I feel
it's cute.
Mason Jar, the Vision. I used to have big ass eyes. It was a whole moment.
Wow.
We'll bring her back. She comes back every so often. We'll bring her back.
I love that.
But I think, I don't know. It through Irregular Girl, I'm able to kind of, I think, experience acts of bravery, if that makes sense. Like getting on stage, I think, is something that both refills my cup and kind of gives me energy. There's that electricity of nightlife that kind of you're able to carry with you throughout the day, the next day, and kind of all those memories that you've made with your friends at the club, that you kind of then get to like deepen those connections and just kind of really enmesh yourself in this community. So yeah, I think there's something very beautiful about doing drag in this city, in that like so many of us are trans, so many of us are on the same boat, and so many of us are just trying to like, keep going and make it and remain hopeful and joyful.
And that's very unique to Chicago, I think. Like, maybe I'm not tapped in, but it does not quite feel the same in New York to me. I could be wrong, though, so don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
But could you actually go back a second and tell us how you got to the name Irregular Girl?
Because similarly, I think when I wanted to think about like being announced on stage or whatever, I knew I wanted a pun name, and I knew it couldn't be like, Augusta Wind or something, right? Like I needed like something that was like,
okay,
punch,
wait.
Although she's fierce, trademark. No, but I wanted something that both like, like disarmed the audience, kind of like made it a little bit, like, oh, like it's just a regular girl, like LOL, which is a pun. It is a pun. I don't know. People don't realize that it is a pun, but I got something right here.
I realized that a couple days ago. I was like saying it. I was like, a regular girl. A regular girl. Yes. Okay, amazing.
I don't have IBS. That is stolen valor. But
Stolen valor.
Sorry, don't cancel me. Sorry.
Wow. Yeah, I'm really thinking about like drag right now and how it's kind of like gender is a performance, and it is kind of crazy that there are people who are like, and also I'm cis. Like it's like, which is like live your truth, obviously, but I think at least there's a lot more like language around like non-binary, or even on like RuPaul, there's been a lot of trans people on it. But I still remember the first season where everyone was like, what do we do? She's actually trans. Like it was just kind of like awkward. So I was just like, I was curious if you'd like.
I think the landscape has really changed, which is not a thank you to RuPaul in the slightest.
No.
But it's more so just like I really feel as though there is so much, I think, power in trans women performing in drag, and there is so much like lived history and experience that we are all tapping into when we get on stage, especially in Chicago. So yeah, I feel like there's kind of been an understanding that drag can be something that you do, and trans is who you are. So yeah, it's very different.
Totally. Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Do you guys have pre-show rituals that you like to do?
I sit in dead silent and do my makeup. And my roommate hates it. My roommate also does drag, Tiki Vante, if you know her. She's fierce. But yeah, every time I'm in makeup and I'm doing it, she walks by the room and she's like, put on some fucking music or something. And I'm like, no. So yeah, I sit in complete silence to do my makeup. And then I pack my bag, I get to the gig, I turn it and I burn it.
Yeah.
And yeah. Not really like any hard rituals though.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I was looking at my question. I was like, I clean my cat's litter box.
Okay.
I clean up around the house. I don't know. But actually today, because it's like my first time doing, this is like my first like public appearance or whatever since Half Fest. It's like my first like thing that I'm right.
Yes.
And I was like, no, I do have a ritual. Like I take like 2 to 3 hours in the shower. Like I'm like shaving, I'm like listening to music, doing my thing. And then like I like to just kind of like sit, kind of think about like what I'm gonna perform, pick out an outfit. Okay, get into the dress. Come on, a little commotion.
The dress is stunning.
Everything. It's everything. and then kind of just go from there. I think I do a lot of considering like the kind of energy that I want to bring. So if we're like at a drag show where, I'm hosting and it's like maybe someone's first time performing at Strapped or whatever, I'm like, okay, like I know that I want to bring 110% because this person, it's their first time performing at Strapped. They're looking to me to kind of like introduce them into the show and to kind of make them feel welcome as the special guest of the show. So yeah, I think, when I first started doing drag, I was kind of just like, let's get fucked up, like let's have a good time. And I think it really, I feel the weight of what I do, what we all do a lot more, you know, because like, it's really hard right now, it's really fucking hard right now. And I think that joy is something that is an act of resilience and like being so I feel the weight of it a lot more now, and I think tapping into that and knowing that has really helped me be more intentional with my performances, with my work.
Yes. Yeah, I love what you guys are describing as these kind of like moments of intentionality. Like I kind of get the no music thing. Like it's just like no stimuli. Like I need to lock the fuck in. Yeah. Like, so
and like I come from I did theater a lot before I did drag. And so a lot of that is like quiet dressing rooms, doing your makeup in silence.
Yes.
Hi, how are you? Oh, I'm good. We're going to have a good show. Oh, okay. Versus like a drag dressing room is shit talking and doing shots and shit, which is fierce. And I have a great time. But I oftentimes feel like I'm at like, there's like a little bit of tension between like in myself of like wanting to like, be part of that party, but then also like, no, I'm a performer. I need to center. I need to step over the threshold.
Yes.
I need to all that jazz. So yeah.
Let the divine in.
Right. I have an open
Literally
heart center
shot,
bullshit.
But then, totally.
Speaking of the divine. Speaking of the divine. Well, did you want to go a different direction?
Whatever this is, I want to go in this. Whatever this is, let's follow.
I'm thinking about kind of like intentionality, like you said, like bringing the divine. Like, are either of you like religious, or do you have any like spiritual practices, or did you grow up religious? I'm curious.
Yeah, I was fully in Christian school from kindergarten through 12th grade.
Ooh. Wow.
So yeah, we had chapel every Thursday. We had discipleship every Thursday, which is like they would split the school by grade and then by gender.
Oh yeah.
And then like you would go to your assigned gender teacher and talk about what was going on at chapel or whatever. So
which they really needed to split up for.
Yeah.
You're gonna have wildly different answers, and we need to be ready for it.
So yeah, I have a lot of background in Christianity, and now I use it in my drag as like a joke. I just produced a show recently called The Bible. And it was a full written production from Genesis to Revelation.
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
I'm obsessed. Whoa.
Yeah, it was a cast of 5 of us. We played every character that we could.
Wait.
All 5 of us got to play Jesus Christ too.
Yes. Wow.
Which was really fun. So yeah, now it's like, it's for my art now.
Right.
Yeah.
It's for my art.
Are we talking like greatest hits or like
greatest hits?
Okay.
For sure. No. We did not do the full 66 books.
Just 5 of us, 48 hours. Yeah. Great.
I'm such a fake Catholic. I'm like, what are those books? Like, I'm like, what's that? Like,
yeah.
What about you?
I was raised Catholic, and I feel like that is apparent if you know me. But it doesn't feature in my work at all. I don't know. I don't know. I think Catholicism and kind of like the imagery of it all, right? Like the stained glass. I was an altar boy for a little while too. Oh my god! Years. I loved the tunic. Oh, I loved getting that tunic, girl. And I think it really satisfied a sensibility towards the fruity, the kind of like
Yeah.
performative,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, that I really enjoyed.
The way that like the Pope was chosen, but in like sparklers.
Yeah.
It was like a gender reveal party. Like they were like, which color smoke? You know,
Right,
like,
right.
so-
Yeah, the conclave was camp. The conclave
Yeah,
was very, very
yes.
camp. Very,
I
very
was so
camp.
jealous of Catholicism because Presbyterian was boring as hell. Gray wall.
Oh my God.
Sorry, girl.
Y'all had showmanship. Y'all had
Yeah.
glitz. Y'all had glamour.
Tuning outside.
Right, but we also have like the life-altering guilt, like
Yeah.
the knowing that everything is my fault. Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God. Yeah, I also grew up very religious, very like electric guitar Christianity. So
Yeah.
it was still like dramatic. You know, there's a guitar solo at church. Like it's like we all said yes to this. Okay, great. But it's been interesting to find like my own relationship to. I feel like I am still allergic to like religion in that way. Like I'm just like I did a lot of time doing.
Yes.
I thought about that too much for a long time, and now I can kind of chill. But are there any like practices or any things that you find are nice to like for embodiment? Do y'all do any sort of like things to kind of ground you to your body in any sort of way?
Yeah, I mean, like I have like a 9-step skincare routine.
Okay.
Like I meditate every morning.
Wait. Really?
It's fierce. Yes.
I'm so jealous.
I do like a 3 minutes. All you need.
Oh my gosh. You're really not supposed to be jealous of meditation. Yes. Like, I said that out loud. I was like, interesting. Okay. Yeah.
But it really is just like a way of kind of like stepping into the day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
I don't want to sound crazy, but like that little bird app Finch saved my life.
Hey, what is
Wait,
it?
I don't know.
What
What's
is
it?
it?
It's literally just like the self-care bird, and it literally just like it's like a checklist that you can do like every day. Like it's like, okay, did you like get up and do your meditation? Did you take your pills? Did you do your affirmations? Did you do your nightly affirmations, girl?
I love
and it
that.
honestly just like is helpful. And like I don't do it every day, you know what I'm saying? And like I do it like, you know, I check off like whatever I can of the list like every day, and I just kind of give it my best, and like it really helps. I think that in a time when like I feel like I'm often disconnected from myself, and you know, right now specifically as I'm trying to like reconnect with the mystery that is the mirror, you know, I think it's been really helpful to do those things. Yeah.
Wow. It's like Duolingo. Like there's like a
For your brain,
but for
yes,
like your life.
yes, for your soul. Yes.
Wow.
yes.
Wait, I honestly will be downloading
Yeah.
that. That sounds great.
Add me. Add me. Yes.
Wait, you add friends?
You
It's
add
like a
friends.
social
You
media-
add friends.
I don't want you to see that I never meditate.
Right.
Wow. Okay, do you feel comfortable talking about your FFS or kind of like what that process was like?
Yes.
Oh my God.
And it really is because I've just been talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm happy to keep talking about it.
Yes.
I mean, yeah. Do you have any like specific questions?
Yeah. Okay, so what was it like leading into it, and what has recovery looked like for you?
You know, I talked to a lot of trans girls about like what this surgery was going to be like, and I think I had like an understanding that it was going to be like really hard, you know, because it is like your face, and I don't think that I really like thought too much about like what the reality of that like on a day-to-day would be like, you know, to kind of like be constantly shifting unfamiliarity with myself and my own image. And yeah, I mean, I flew out to LA. I was in LA with Dr. Jumeli. I was out there and we were out there for like 2 weeks. I stayed in LA for a week, and then I stayed in Costa Mesa with my friends Ange and Holly. Hi, Ange and Holly. I stayed with them for another week. I was there with my partners, and they were able to kind of like support me and throughout this whole process. It was really hard. I think that because there wasn't a lot of physical pain, it was just a lot more physical discomfort. I had a lot of time to endure the psychological trauma of the swelling and the kind of image in the mirror as being someone who I did not recognize as myself, you know? And it really is crazy to me because, you know, like I had waited 3 years for this surgery. I was having a lot of issues with my insurance, this like 3-year long battle with insurance that did not want to cover this. And we had to make them like change like a trans exclusionary policy, you know, like we had to get a lawyer, like it was a whole thing, you know, it was a whole thing.
Yeah.
And we did get that policy changed.
Amazing.
Wow.
Everyone,
That policy changed.
Wow, that's
Right,
so cool.
That's incredible.
right,
So
right. Yeah. But it was, I mean, yeah. And it, you know, you wait 3 years and then it happens. And then I have to wait, you know, I have to wait in slow motion to see like my face settle and my features begin to settle and all of that. And it feels, you know, there's so much, there was so much doubt in, did I do the right thing? You know, did I make the right choice for me? Like, is this what I really want? And I think 5 weeks out, like, yes, I did the right thing. And
That's great.
yeah, I struggled through it, but I struggled through it with my partners who were there for me, my amazing community of other trans people, other trans women who were there for me, my trans mom, Eva, who talked me off the ledge so many times. Yeah, this has been a really the hardest thing that I've done in my life for sure, but the most rewarding. I think it's all about just like seeking alignment, you know, and just kind of going for what you need, even if you don't realize that you, even if you don't know that you need it, even if like you're kind of dubious after you get it, like it is a journey, and I'm so happy to be on it.
Oh, amazing.
That's so beautiful.
Amazing. Madi, what about you? Do you have any practices that kind of like keep you in alignment with your body in that way?
I definitely did a lot of in theater school. I did a lot of like meditative practices that I still like to like hold when I'm getting ready for shows and stuff. I actually don't talk about this too often. I still pray sometimes, but like not to like him.
To her.
Just perfect timing. Just perfect timing. Wow.
No, to get a little serious for a second. I had a friend who a few years ago passed away, and so I kind of pray to them. They were somebody who allowed me to like play with like being feminine, and like I was very comfortable around them. And really important person in my life. And so, yeah, I still have like conversations with them.
Wow. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I feel like we've talked to a lot of people on the podcast with kind of a similar thing, because I think there's just a lot of death like in our lives as trans people. So thank you for sharing that. When I got top surgery, I remember feeling very similar things. And I was just like, oh, yeah. And then I just got to put a shirt on and just be like, maybe I don't have to look at it. So face is so much more immediate.
We took down all the mirrors.
I was gonna.
We put up curtains. We took down all the mirrors at home. Like, it was just because I didn't need it. I spent 30 years like getting to a place of acceptance with my face and who I was, and you know, that starting over from scratch was crazy. And then also like, as you know, my swelling is going down, it's like I just didn't want to have to learn to love the face that I wasn't gonna have for another like couple days, you know. I just wanted to really feel, and this has been such a, I mean, like I've been journaling a lot, I've been thinking a lot, like I have been very it's mostly been a very like internal experience, right, of going through this. And it feels very good to have come back to Chicago, to have reconnected with friends, reconnected with my family, and just kind of, I don't know, be a person again instead of just like a sad crying blob.
Yes, I had a very feminist RA who took down all the mirrors in our hall. So spiritually connected.
Really.
But I do remember some relief. How is it? I guess we wanted to know what it's like to be trans in Chicago specifically. How would you describe that? About one woo?
I remember when I first got my HRT appointment, it was during lockdown and it was over Zoom, and you know, the doctor was like, this is what's going to happen. Like, you're going to see these changes. This may happen, that may happen. Do you understand like what that means? Do you want to do it? And I was like, yeah, for sure. And she goes, okay, great. So like, when did you want to come by and do like, you know, blood work and we can get that started? And I said, oh, like, I guess like as soon as possible. And she goes, oh, okay. So at 11 o'clock today, it's 9 a.m. in the morning at 11 a.m. And I was like, oh, how about Friday?
Oh my God.
So there's a lot of like really good access to like trans care that happens here, which has been very helpful in my transition. And yeah, there's like a really solid scene of trans people here. Yeah, they're everywhere.
I think especially in the drag scene, you know, again, it's like I remember when I first started doing drag, like obviously there were a lot of trans entertainers, but I think as time has continued to go on, like just so many more and more of us are coming out, so many more and more people are getting on stage, and so many more and more like trans and lesbian performers are doing their thing, and it is so beautiful to see, and so it's so wonderful to be a part of. I'm thinking about when I got my HRT appointment, and I had it like I like ran out of the Howard Brown waiting room like 3 different times. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just like, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but it really you know, it really sucked that last time. And I think there's just such a community of people here, and there are so many people that you can lean on and depend on. I really feel at home in this city. And, you know, like I grew up here. I moved to Chicago from Peru when I was 7. And like just, you know, being a mostly native Chicagoan, I really have seen my city and my experience of the city continue to get more and more genderqueer with it. I don't know. So, yeah. It's very cool. I love it here. I love it here. And when I'm back in Chicago, I feel it. Yes.
You're a native.
Yeah, literally. You're a native. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Could someone do me a big favor and tell me what time it is? So many people said it. 9:06. Okay,
Appreciate
great.
it.
Okay. We are going to do something so exciting, which is we are going to do questions from the audience. Yes.
Thank you to those of you who wrote out
them.
questions
Yes.
back at our little table.
Yeah. Okay. So the first one. Okay. To Reggie and Steph, thank you for making Chicago drag what it is. How do y'all deal with and combat the state of blanquitude? Is that right? Blanquitude? Blanquitude? I really
No idea what that is.
Blanqui. I think it's like whiteness. Blanc is blanc. I don't speak Spanish, y'all. I'm so sorry.
Who wrote this question? Does someone want to shout out to
Whoever wrote it. Oh, they're gone.
It was me, and I pranked you.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, I think it is just like whiteness in the drag and
In
nightlife
quotes.
scene in Chicago.
Yes, that is what that is.
Period.
There.
Yeah, it's around and it's scary. I know that particularly for my show, I have a 1 white drag performer limit. There's only one. You don't get, and I don't even want you. Like, so yeah, just trying to like in production and like it also like personal relationships in the drag scene, like don't be friends with a bunch of white people.
Wake it up.
Yeah.
Wake it up.
I have so many friends who are like, I was the only person of color on every lineup I've ever been on.
Yeah,
and
it's
I'm like, wow,
crazy.
that's really cool. That part, it would be so cool. No, you're a thing. That's cool to flip it.
I think it's you know, about intentionality as like a show producer. It's like who do you want to highlight? You know, like who are the genre pushing like amazing entertainers in the city? I'll tell you, they're trans people of color. Like straight up, those are the people, you know what I'm saying? And so it's about like highlighting them. It's about like highlighting people who are like yourself, you know what I'm saying? The way that you deal with it is that like you do your own shit you slay it, you organize your own shows, and you kind of combat it from the inside, right? Like, it's not enough, I think, to just be upset at something. It's about like making the change that you want to see and be in the world, and you participate in that and you do it. So yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about like the shows that I ran at Berlin. They were all like shows that were based on identities, right? So it was like Descontrol, which is a Latina show. It was Moans, which is a trans show, and it was Strapped, which is a lesbian show. And across all of those shows, like I was very, very intentional about like booking more people of color, booking obviously more trans people, because again, it's like you have the power to do that. I had the power to do that, you know? So it's just about like being intentional with your ability of who you can highlight. Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yes. This one's really beautiful. If your gender was something in nature, what would your gender be? I love that.
I was just at the Botanic Gardens a couple of weeks ago. The light on the water, you know, always changing, beguiling.
Wow.
Oh, y'all love that one. Y'all love that one. Y'all were feeling it.
That's amazing.
The lights just cut off. That's the end of the show. It's so beautiful.
I'm so Florida pilled. I'm like a crocodile.
Yeah.
I love those little puppies. They're so cute.
Puppies is crazy.
Puppies is
Oh, they're
Little
so cute.
puppies.
They're so cute. I love them.
so funny. Do you have an answer to that?
I don't know. I don't know if it's my gender. I've just always kind of resonated with like otters.
Oh,
I'm like, and I think I feel that like they're very playful and
Yeah.
like very loving. Like,
Hold hands.
no, it's so cute.
Yeah.
And then they're like, when they're like trying to smash like clams open, they're like, and I'm like, that's me. When
like
I'm trying
so
to
erratic.
eat too.
Yeah,
That's me when I'm trying to
totally.
eat. I'm like, hurry the fuck up. What about you?
I was actually gonna say a really wet lizard. So we had like kind of similar vibes. Yeah. Both kind of hard to follow up the light when it hits the water.
Oh, yeah. I was like, well, let me go ahead and make them
The
laugh.
light when it hits the water on the lizard's head.
Exactly. I saw on TikTok, there's actually like a name for that color of when the light hits
Yes,
the water.
and it's
I can't-
very good for you. It releases so many like chemicals neurologically.
I love releasing chemicals.
Yes.
Yes. Gorgeous.
Yes. Okay. What period of your life are you looking forward to as a trans person, i.e., career, personal, or for others? So I guess just like, yeah, what are you looking forward to?
Wow,
in your
I
life?
love that
I know.
question. It's always so like, how did you come out? What was childhood like? Did
How are you
already
surviving
know?
right now?
Yes.
Versus
Oh my
like
God, I
looking
love
to the
this.
future. Yeah, I love that too.
Wow, let's all get there. Let's all get there.
Ever since I was like preteen, like 11, 10, I thought of 30 years old as being like the shit. Like, that's gotta be fierce. And I'm gonna turn 30 in August.
Congrats! Wow.
And yeah, I just feel like lately I have been like taking a lot of steps in my personal transition, and it's kind of like all leading up to like this 30th birthday that's happening. So yeah, this like next phase that's gonna happen, I'm ready for. I'm excited for.
Yes. Love to hear that.
That is so beautiful. Yeah, I am in my 30s now, and I really feel like it has been leading up to this, you know, like when I was going through all of that trouble with my FFS and the insurance, I was like, okay, just like, please let me get it before I turn 30. Please let me get FFS before I turn 30. And my post-op was on my 30th birthday.
Wow.
Like, get into it. So yeah, I think immediate future, my 30s are going to be fierce.
Oh my God.
I'm in my mommy era. I don't know. Like, I really feel
No,
that.
because it's so like if you say like, what's your age? 30. Ooh, that's hot. That's hot. It's so sexy.
It's so hot. It's so hot.
We're gonna tear. We're gonna tear. We're gonna tear. Yes.
Oh my God.
What about you, Allie?
That needs to be highlighted. I feel like it's like trans 30s.
Yes.
Like just like get like a goalpost there.
Yes.
Well, I mean, we're having a kid, so I'm really excited I'm really excited to figure out what to be called, how to talk to other parents, like at a playground. Like, I don't even know. It feels like there's a lot. I feel like it's going to be really fun to interact with a kid, because if you've ever talked to a kid, they're like so non-binary and so open to anything and so creative and playful. So I think that's going to be fun, and just be like, what do you want to call me? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
I love that. Okay, so my Saturn return starts today.
Whoa!
Yeah. And it feels very special. Anybody, if your Saturn's in Aries, so in 1996, 1999, I think, it starts today too. And you know, it's like people describe the Saturn return as this like very hard thing that you have to go through. But I've also heard people say like, I learned like so much about myself during that time. And I feel like I literally have been feeling it. Like my other friend who's a Pisces, like posted today, was like, I just feel like shit's really about to lock in. I'm like, I feel the exact same way. Like I literally feel it. And with this show, I'm just like, so I guess I'm very excited for like my career in this like next phase. Like Gender Smart, like this new season feels like amazing. And it just feels like every part of my life and career feels like really, really fulfilled. And then I'm also excited to be like ruthless with my boundaries. Like I'm gonna cut bitches off left and right. Like I am getting so serious about like what does and doesn't work for me, and I'm like so ready for that. So,
Wow.
Yeah. I love that we're all like happy to be alive. Like that's amazing. That's crazy. Like, yeah. I love that.
Wow.
Okay, the next question is for Allie specifically.
Oh.
What does it feel like to have many versions of yourself documented online?
Oh, yeah. Well, I feel like some of us might have similar things, but yeah, I feel like I touched on this earlier in the show, where I was just like, oh, I just was trying out new things, and they were like, and action. I was just like, okay, I tried it. It's like when you wear a hat and you're like, do I look like a clown right now? If every day was like a shoot day for some sketch about like weed culture, and you're like, I guess I'm trying out this new look here. So, but I am at a point where I see like old photos of myself, and it doesn't feel like a totally different person. I'm just like, oh yeah, that's what I was doing there. That's so cool. Yeah.
Do you guys have any?
Yeah.
I mean, I think most recently, like looking at old photos of myself, like before I got FFS, I thought that I would hate them or something, you know, and like, I love that girl, you know. I'm seeing so much of a resemblance between me and her. I just look a little bit more like my mom now, you know.
Yeah.
A little cuntier. I don't know. Yeah. Love that girl.
That's beautiful.
I've been a performer for a pretty long time, so like there's a lot of me like documented from like different shows and stuff like that, and so I've just come to like fully accept that like those are out there. That is who I was. It's part of who I am, and like fierce. Fuck it. Like it's great. I don't really mind.
I like sometimes it can feel really crazy, but I'm also like, this isn't a only trans experience.
Exactly.
To see old videos of yourself and be horrified. Like, I think that this is like a human experience, but it feels a little extra like when you're like transitioning. But
absolutely, it's also like not like a only trans experience, like for your body to change
totally.
different ways throughout time
totally.
and to look back. So for sure,
yeah.
Okay, this is like a very pragmatic question, which I really like. Best, no, it's just like real.
No,
like,
that's you, and I love that, and I love that.
It is very me. Best advice for getting out of debt, or kind of alleviating. No, listen. As a queer person,
we're the perfect pair.
I know, I'm so like, I love this financial plan.
Yeah, I forgot my computer on this trip. And Babette's like, "What's your login for this website?" Like,
literally. Specifically as a queer person, when it feels like the system works against you, and I'm like, that feels very real.
Yeah.
You both look so scared.
All
Diva, I don't know. You tell me. Like, please.
Well, you You can do what Allie did and go on a game show hosted through your company. You guys, I just watched that series for the first time like last week, and I just came on and talked to Allie. I was like, it made me really sad. Yeah, like, it was really, really sad. Again, for those of you who don't know, like Allie did a series where they had like drop out, like potentially pay off their student debt for doing like crazy tasks, like having leeches on you, like eating the spiciest food while talking to like your ex.
Our
like,
pitch was Jackass if they all read The Economist.
so you could do that. You could do that.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only advice I have.
I know this is so not helpful, but like, I just feel, I'm like, debt is not real. Like, that doesn't exist.
Right.
That's why we interviewed a financial planner. That's fine.
It's not really, I don't know, if you just need to do what you need to do to survive in the now, I think that's enough. And then if you have more money on top of that, I think that's when you start like putting like $100 away a month and like in a high yield savings that accrues 4% interest, okay? But like, it just feels crazy to like to tell people to like focus on debt when like groceries and eggs are like as expensive as they are and we're all trying to fucking survive. It's just like, I have so much empathy and I'm like not gonna tell somebody like, this is how you get out of debt. You have to like stop getting coffees and shit. Like, like fuck
People
that.
are obsessed with
People
coffee.
are so obsessed with that. I know. It's like, that's not gonna get
Like,
you
just
out of
cut
like,
out coffee. You're like, what are you talking about? Like, yes, sure, but why is it always that?
it's not gonna help you get out of hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt. Like, what? Like, so I don't know.
I'm like, I collect Sunny Angels. I have nothing to say about financial literacy, girl. Like, I have no idea.
Well, that's an investment.
It is an investment. Oh, you're right. Wait a minute.
An investment.
Pivot. I love it. Oh.
Exactly.
Wow. So that we didn't really have an answer. I don't know what to tell you.
I love this one. It's, should I get an eyebrow piercing? Also, I love you.
That's a good one.
That's
No, and I love you too.
Oh!
Yes, fuck her. Do it. I want to tug on it.
And my very pragmatic answer is like, go to the piercer and see if you have the anatomy for it.
So true.
Because I really wanted one and he was just like, no. Like,
Wow.
And it just depends on like where your eyebrow sits, like on the brow bone. Like mine's really high, so it would just like definitely reject. So that's my pragmatic like mommy answer.
That's great. I would
Yes.
not have thought about that. I really.
You're like, my brows are too fierce, too pull, too.
Oh, I feel like we have time for two more. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. This one is, what are some moments or connections from your youth that are hilariously trans in hindsight? Okay, ultimate pillow fighting.
Oh, well, yeah. And then I would not just like pray like, oh please tomorrow I can be a girl tomorrow. Please make me a girl. It was like, I want you to make me a girl, and then I want you to make my crush a boy.
Wait. I love a girl with a plan.
Wait, but this is so real because everyone's like, I came out of the closet and I was like, done. And you're like, oh yeah, it's about who I'm attracted to, but then you're like, who am I in the attraction? You're like, oh, actually, I'm trans. Like, it's just like so many factors. So you already knew.
You had a
like,
vision.
we need two bases covered.
You had a vision.
Me and them.
I knew I didn't want to admit it though. I was just keeping it between me and her.
And her.
This wasn't like a connection that I had, but on the flight to this country, when I got on the airplane, like with my mom and grandma who we were emigrating here, there was a trans woman on the flight in this like gore, and I'm 7, right? But this is like burned into my mind. Wow. She was like in a ooh, and like a fierce like red like what you call it, like blazer and like a little mini skirt and a red hat. I'm like, was RuPaul on my flight? I don't know. But she was fierce. And I think I think about her. I think about how my mom was like, don't look, like was like trying to.
Yes.
I mean, me and mom are fierce now. She's like my number one. But like at the time things were different, and
Totally.
it was just such an experience that I still hold to this, that I really treasure to this day, because I knew it was like the push and pull. It was like, I knew I shouldn't, but I want to. What is that? Who is that? What is that about? And the entire flight, I was just like,
Yes.
diva. Yes. How was she though?
Yes. I feel this way. I don't know if you would all agree, but going through an airport is a living hell for many, many reasons. But one is like children staring, because it's people from like all, I'm in LA, and then I go to the airport and I'm like, everywhere USA is here with their children. And sometimes I have to remember, I'm like, this kid is not blinking and staring at me, but I don't know what this means for them.
Right,
Like,
you don't know
really
what that
could
means
be
for
a
them.
possibility
Yeah.
model for them, and you have no idea, and you're kind of like, this is so annoying, but you're like, you're a little egg. And you're like, crack,
Right.
Yeah.
You know what, kid? Eat it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Imagine if that woman just went, eat it up. Okay, what time is it? 24, great. We have
can
time
do
for one
another
more.
one, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Ooh, in a phrase, can you describe your sense of style or fashion?
Futch Latina, really nice to meet you. There you go.
Oh, wow. Yes.
That's amazing.
15 years before high school director.
Incredible. Do you have yours?
I'm not that clever. You guys are so quick. That was so quick. I was going to say like uniform dressing on crack, but like,
Yeah,
that's
totally.
like not,
Yes,
I don't know.
totally.
It's like, yeah, I love like a uniform, but I love like some like, extra special pieces with it too.
Yeah, I feel
about you?
similar. I feel kind of similar coming up empty. I'm like, oh God, all the men that I think might hate me in real life.
That's good.
It's like gas station leers.
Yes.
Okay, well, great. I think that's all the time that we have.
That's a beautiful note to end
Something to end on. I hope when you're at home tonight, you're taking a shower, you go, and just remember that moment. Thank you to our amazing guests tonight.
Thank you.
You all were so incredible to talk to. Thank you so much for what you shared. We're pretty sure that this will make its way as an episode out there one day in season 3, which comes out in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Season
Get
3 premieres in
excited.
2 weeks. We're very excited about it.
Yes.
We finally, okay, I keep telling this story, but in the very first season, we wrote like a little short list of people we wanted to talk to. Tourmaline was on it. 3 years later, she did respond to an email and is in our next season. So look out for that. We're very excited to talk to her. That might be one of the first episodes that comes out, so I'm really excited. Okay, great. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you again.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. Get home safe. Gender Spiral is an original podcast from Audiation. This episode was mixed by Matt Noble. Theme music is composed by Chanel Kirchlow, remixed by Daria Lord. Additional music by Command Jasmine, courtesy of Molten Heart, with art by Joey Hahn and graphics by Michael Tyrone Delaney.
The show is executive produced by Ireland Meacham, myself, Babette Thomas, and my co-host Ali Beardsley, along with Sandy Smullins, with some additional story editing from Susie Armitage.
If you want to help us out, you can rate or review us wherever you're listening to us right now, and follow us on Instagram at Gender Spiral to get notified about new episodes.
And be sure to support us on Patreon at patreon.com/genderspiralpodcast. For $2 a month, you can listen to the entire back catalog of Gender Spiral episodes ad-free. Plus, you can get access to our Discord community. Higher tiers will get you exclusive bonus content, plus gifts from us like these cute little monthly postcards and free merch.
You can also check us out at genderspiralpod.com, where you'll find transcripts for each episode and a link to leave us a voicemail. And you can shop our merch store.
Audiation.